This is Dawn of the Jedi, whether it's Dawn of the Jedi or it's the Golden Age of the Sith. This is the Golden Age of the Sith right here. Remember this. Or it's Star Wars Legacy, right? And then there's Legacy 2, way at the bottom. We got that one. That's Legacy Part 2. Here's Legacy 1 with Cade Skywalker and the Imperials. This is Ania Solo. This is the beginning, right? These stories, I like these stories in particular. Now, these stories have only been in comic book form. Now, I think the Game of Thrones writers were supposed to get their own trilogy, and Rian Johnson was supposed to get his own trilogy that was supposed to take place somewhere else. I think the only exception, maybe Visions, Star Wars Visions, is probably the only thing. But what Star Wars Visions has in common with these, none of the characters from the six movies. Okay, so you take the six movie characters out. Okay, this takes place thousands of years before the Phantom Menace. This takes place long after Return of the Jedi. So does this one, and you in the Clone Wars cartoons and the six movies, if there was a problem, you went to Yoda, you went to Mace Windu, you went to Obi-Wan, you went to the Council. You'd go to Palpatine, or you'd go to find Darth Maul, right? Or Luke Skywalker. It's different here because in these stories here, you can't go to those characters. But with Legacy, you go on the legacy of the Empire and the Jedi and the bounty hunters and different factions, different governments, different politicians. Here, it's the beginnings of the Jedi. So you can't go to them right away. You can't go to Chewie. You can't go to Han Solo and say there's a problem. There is no Han Solo. There is no Chewie. There is no Luke. There's none of these guys exist yet, or they died a long time ago. So now what do you do? The strength. It's like with Star Trek: The Next Generation. You had Picard. You had the other character, but you could not go to Kirk. You could not go to Spock and say, "What do we do? Well, how do we solve the problem?" You couldn't. They had to rely on their own ability to complete the story proper. So that's what I like about these. I still have the Darth Plagueis novel, which has some of those characters from the six movies. But yeah, happy May the 4th. And find these stories if you can. They're still out there somewhere on eBay.